Hello, everybody. More like welcome back to Getting Ready with Tink, huh? So, as you can read from the title of this video, I am job hunting. Figured I'd get ready with you guys. Take off my eyeballs here. And just talk to you guys. How was your guys' weekend? I know I wasn't on all week. Last week, there was just too much going, and then I couldn't get on yesterday because my husband was home. I went to the chiropractor with him, and then we went out to eat, had Chinese. It was really good. And then we came back home and basically did nothing. But yeah, tried to meet up with a lady yesterday who was going to look at the makeup I'm selling too. I'm trying to sell some unused makeup and shit, and she said that she was going to show up at 3:45, and I messaged her at 3:45 saying, okay, I'm at the place that we agreed on. She's like, oh no, I'm in Omaha with a resident, and I don't know what time I'm going to be back. I was like, oh god. That was like the second excuse that she's made. So I messaged her today, asked her if she was, if like 3:00 to meet would be fine. And she's like, well, seems my schedule's so hectic and we couldn't meet, the first 2 times. Let's just forget about it. I was like, oh my god, I wish people would actually just, do shit. Agree to do shit. Do what they say they're going to do. Oh god. Oh. Got these cute little dolphin earrings from Claire's. Oh god, when was that? Like, god, I think it was last year sometime. Electronically protected. They look like they're hunks of junk. But $13 for these. Oh my god. I mean, god, I wish I would have looked at the price, but they're dolphins, and I love dolphins. Okay. Okay. So what's everyone planning on doing this weekend? My youngest daughter, last weekend, she went out of state with her cousins on a church retreat. I would have went with them, only my eldest daughter's only 15, doesn't have her learner's permit yet. We're waiting till next summer for driver's ed. Okay, let's see. So, yeah. So, basically, I'm still the chauffeur. So, I can't do what I want to just yet. And I need to basically look for a retail job or any type of job that starts after school starts. That way, if my kids... God damn, look how fat I'm getting. Oh my god. Look at that. Megan, that is it. No. This is unacceptable, Wastrel. Going on a diet today. You hear that, everybody? I'm going on a diet today. No more anything. Okay, so let me talk to you guys about something. I'm pretty sure all y'alls have heard of the storm inflicting, the Carolinas and such. Well, my brother-in-law posted a video of people looting a Family Dollar store. Okay, normally I'm not all for people stealing and whatnot. But during a storm, I think you kind of get a leeway, in my viewpoint. If there's, I don't know if the government was helping at that point or not. But you get low on supplies, you're going to get desperate. And so he posted, the video. It says, and he put, this has nothing to do with survival. It has everything to do with opportunity. He thought people were just looting the store because they could. Now, I'll tell you something about my brother-in-law. He is a Bible thumper. Almost to the extreme core of it. Now, he lives in Michigan. And he's a private investigator. And he's, and I said, everyone was basically saying, oh no, this is bad and everything. And I said, well, hope that they at least looted food and stuff like that and not toys and games. Because if you're going to loot, at least loot the essentials. The stuff you need for life. Toilet paper, dish soap, food, stuff like that. Stuff that you need to make it day to day, because during a crisis, that's what you need. Just stuff to survive day to day. The mundane toys and shit are not important. Kids can make do playing with an old pop bottle that they find on the ground, tossing it up in the air or something. Go back to the times of when our great-great-great-great-great-grandparents had to find shit to play with. Go to the river and skip rocks. And then he says, does it make a difference what they loot? There's no excuse for it. I need my eyeballs on if I'm going to read this to you guys. Then I put, not sure if you know what Sorry. He says, does not make a difference what they loot. There's no excuse for it. Then I go, let's see what you do when you get desperate and need stuff in a situation like that. Apparently the government isn't helping. Okay, and I'm all for President Trump, but it doesn't look like the government was stepping in to help. Then he says, not sure if you know what I do for a living, but what I say is truth when this is opportunity, not survival. Desperation does not justify poor decision making. I've been in situations where I could have easily done a number of things that would have been considered the desperate act, but I chose not to do it. As for the government, they told people that they needed to leave the area. Okay, not everybody has the opportunity to leave the area. Okay, the interstates were congested. They were jam-packed. So not everybody's going to have the opportunity to leave. Also, FEMA has been on the ball in regards to providing aid. And since when should we depend upon the government to provide us anything? Okay, no, true. The government's not our baby daddy. The government's not our mother. Okay, the government's not our parent. We need to do shit for ourselves. But in a crisis, I believe that there should be stuff set aside by the government to help. Okay? Only in a crisis. So I said we shouldn't. And yes, they were told to get out, but not all of them could make it. The traffic of the interstates was horrible. The ones that did get out were lucky. And yes, I know what you do for a living. And then one of his friends chimes in. I read some of the posts for the story. It is unbelievable to read the excuses for looting. They are poor. They are desperate. Bad life choices long before the storm led to their behavior. Lived through a couple hurricanes. Yes, the highways are full of cars. They always are when a mass evacuation occurs. However, the traffic moves. There was at least a week's warning in the case. There was ample time to prepare. Looters are the subject to opportunity and aren't just taking food. They take whatever they can carry, no matter if it's a TV, shoes, clothes, or food. They take whatever. Okay? Yeah, but you know what? Here's something that I'm going to type. I want to see what everybody says. My other mouse. Yeah, okay. Well, how about this? Okay? Because I know my job when I used to work wouldn't have allowed this. So okay, I put some jobs probably didn't let anyone leave until it was too late. Like nursing homes, for example. Let's see what anybody says. And then I wrote, I would like to pose a question. If the world ended tomorrow and you ran out of food and the necessary essentials to live from day to day, would you all just stay at home and go without until you die, or would you go out and take from a store? Remember, money isn't a thing in this scenario. And I pose that to you guys too. What would you do? Okay, the world ended tomorrow. There's no cops. Okay, everybody is basically out for themselves. You know, they're trying to make it day to day now. Okay? And one of his friends says, I'm sorry, but theft is theft. You know. And Joe says, being that I know there are alternatives, I would not steal from the store. There's hunting, fishing, trapping, various plants you can eat, a number of things you can do besides stealing from a store. Besides, if the world ended tomorrow, what makes you think I'm going to the grocery stores available for people to loot from? If the world ends, I don't plan on being around. Then I said, well, I would loot from stores and other people's houses too. It's not called stealing at that point. It's called scavenging. It is. Because at that point, you're trying to find shit just for your own survival. It's okay, because there's no cops, there's no money anymore. You're just trying to make it day to day. And then he says, if it's not yours, it's considered stealing. What these people were doing in the video was stealing. They did not own the store. They did not purchase the merchandise. It's not a free-for-all when situations like that happen. I deal with theft nearly every day, and I can tell you I've heard every reason in the book that I can think of to steal. Not one of the reasons is justifiable. Like I said, he's a man of the law, and he's a Bible thumper. I think Bible thumper first. Then I say, have you seen the movie I Am Legend? Is Will Smith's character stealing food and other things to live? Can I pose that to you guys too? In the movie I Am Legend, if you guys have seen it, would you consider Will Smith going to people's houses? Now, mind you, he's the only person in, I think took place in New York. If I remember correctly, he's the only person in New York. Okay? So, do you think that what he did was right or wrong. He was the only person, and he was just looking for food and other essentials to survive. Okay? And then not really answer. He didn't even really answer my question. He said, I have dealt with people who have been stealing food, clothing, and other items because they've hit rock bottom and became desperate. I've also had a hand in sending those very same people to jail. While I emphasize with them, I know that there are alternatives, and I do my best to help them with what little time I spend with them. Seems heartless, I know, but I'm not without empathy. I've caught people who have turned their lives around for the better. You know, I'm going to put, you didn't answer my question. Okay? So, there's that. I wasn't going to talk about that, but seeing as it was pulled up here and everything. Oh my fucking God. Some of these stars, I tell you what. Okay. So, yeah. There's what I was talking about for the day. So, I guess I will just leave you guys. I need to finish getting ready. Yeah, and then I need to go out. I'm going to Central City first. I'm going to canvas all the stores that I can think of there. Sucks that I'm going to be starting basically where I did in 2002 in retail. But seeing as my kids have shit that they're doing before school and they need to be taken there taken them to school before 7 and everything. Yeah, I cannot do I guess I could do CNA, but I sold my scrubs. I didn't have to do CNA in the afternoons. But then my kids have shit in the afternoon. 2 after school. My husband would never ever take them. Their dad. Because he believes what they're doing is stupid. And so it's all up to me to make sure that I do all this shit. And he wonders why I'm constantly sad and depressed and everything like that. God, one of these days I do need to. This will be after I get hired. I need to actually go to a counselor. And then drag him along with me and say, no, you're gonna actually listen to me for once. Because I am sick of him being who he is. I mean, I'm not even allowed to touch his money. So there you go. I'm sick and tired of him being him being so effing controlling, and if I want money, I have to get my own job. Where the... Okay, I'll just use that. Where, oh, where is my wisdom? Oh, Where did it go? Where did it go? Where to come from? Where to go? Where to come from? Cotton Eye Joe. Okay. Oh, God. This sucks. And so maybe if I get a job, I'll be able to stream at a more appropriate time frame, so that you guys, so I can actually have people that are talking to me instead of me just talking to nobody. Okay. Okay. Put my mascara on. And one thing I have noticed that is if I don't leave the house every so often, I do get really pissy. So apparently I wasn't meant to be a stay-at-home mother. But I don't really like working for the man either. But there is no in-between. Because most of these work-from-home jobs are scams. And I am not going to do them. Okay. So, here we go. Just flip this over. Yeah, that doesn't look too bad. And then after I get done in Central City, I'm going to make my way towards Grand Island. Kind of looked like my shirt was inside out. I think I might have to change the shirt. I don't know. Let's see what the weather is here today. I can check that. Let's just go 10-day outlook. Why not? We can figure out what the weather's going to look like the next 10 days here in Clarks. Okay, 85. I'm just going to say these in order, okay? Today's Tuesday, so the next 10 days from today. Starting with today, 85, 91, 79, 66, 74, 79, 79, 76, 70, 71, 63, 65, 65, 65, 64. So that's for the rest of the month going to October 2nd. Now, do I trust all of these numbers? No. Going all the way to October 2nd, no, that's a long shot for the weather in my viewpoint. But the first, maybe like, today, tomorrow, and Thursday, I trust. So, yeah. So there you go. There's the weather. And my hair's all brushed and everything. I think I like it the way it is. So, yeah, it's getting to that point now I need to get it cut again, which means I need to get a job so I can get it cut. So I'm going to say thank you guys. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, click the bell. Join me in the chat whenever you see me live. I love talking to you guys. That's why I do it live, so that I don't have to go back later and, see who left a comment and then try and answer it. That way I can answer it live on air with you guys chatting back and forth. It seems like an actual conversation instead of basically writing a letter. So, I just want to thank you guys. Hit the subscribe button, hit the bell, and don't forget to give this video a like. And I will see you all next time. Bye.